Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Vitamin Water was born in New York because New Yorkers wanted more. Like more flavor to go with all the flavor. A refreshing drink after climbing 6 flights of stairs to a walk-up apartment, or standing in the subway station in 100-degree heat. Focus when I have an 8-hour shift, and Triple X after I was out all night at a club. Call Triple X. Drink vitamin water. It's from New York.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay, with experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Coaching Youth Hoops Podcast.
They're playing
Basketball.
basketball.
Here's our hosts, Steve Collins. And Bill Flitter.
Mid-season one.
Welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. I just, before we went on air, asked Coach, when did we go to twice a week? Because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, I know. That's why you're going to have more time to do podcasts, Coach. We got a lot to share. We got to get all that info in your head out. That's 30 years of knowledge just locked in there.
Yep. Gonna die with me.
Yeah, well, that's where good ideas go to die, right? We don't want that.
Just be careful. A lot of AI are using audio now to scam people and their families and stuff. So you and I have 100 plus episodes,
I suppose. Yeah.
So just be careful. Like my brother's into that kind of world, and he goes, "You've got 2,000 podcasts. Like you can't. Like somebody could use your voice." I go, "Ooh, I never thought of that." So
yeah, I mean, anyway,
just be careful.
Anyway. I'm going to leave that one alone.
I know. But anyway, so two a week. Yep, that was your idea.
2 week.
That was not my idea. That was your idea.
Yeah, that was my idea.
All right. Defining team values. That leads into
first
our
before
team. Our team. I know, but that was like our team. Identifying team values is giving more back than you take. 2 a week.
Back. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, but before we do that, we have our Game Changer shirts on. Pretty excited about it.
Give a big shout out to Game Changer, our sponsor, helping us deliver 2 podcasts a week. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. And check out Game Changer. Go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops. If you are into stats, recording your games, GC is the perfect tool for you. You can also, it has live videos. So grandma, grandpa in another state, city, town, wherever they can't make it to the game, parent, they can tune in live, see live action. Again, go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
There you go. Well said. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right,
Coach. Team values, core values. In my opinion, what I've learned, tell me if you agree with this or not, of course, it is probably one of the biggest exercises that every coach, youth coach should be doing, high school coach. It makes practice easier. It makes just about everything easier on you because you can always refer back to your team values, your core values as a person, as a human, what you want to teach to your kids. It just puts some parameters on everything that you possibly could be doing and puts it in a nice, clean box, so to speak.
Well, I think it puts ownership back onto them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does what you just, I mean, I've done this in our hallways. It's like, are those our team values right now that you're acting when you're acting like a fool in the hallway? Like, no,
Yeah.
remember what they are? Remember what we discussed? Like, it's a more I find it is more a circling to them. Remember what we discussed? Remember what you came up with? Remember the things that we wanted to do?
Mm-hmm.
Are we doing those? And is that behavior correlating to it?
Right.
I agree. I mean, we spend a lot of preseason, for that first game, setting those things up for the team. I know. I think it's super important.
And we do it every practice, every game. There's a reference back to the core values. And if you've been a longtime listener of this podcast, you've heard me talk about the red dot. And it's not just our core values and principles, but we bring it to life. And we physically
remind everybody what the red dot is.
Oh yeah, I will. Yeah.
Yes.
So it breaks up into two pieces. It's red is the game on the court, things we believe in as a group or an organization. So what I mean by that is these are the basketball things. We want to out rebound our team. We want to create effective scoring opportunities, and we want to play really good defense. So that's red. So rebounding, effective scoring, or efficient scoring, and defense. And then the dot part stands for the game in your head, which is a lot of times is the biggest opponent. So we talk about drive, open, and together. So drive means you as a player bringing your energy and effort to every practice. Open means you're open to being coachable. You're open to new ideas. You're open to your teammates to help you be coachable. You're willing, it's not, you don't have a limited mindset of I can't, but I'm open to trying and giving it all my best. And together is, we're all learning. We're a team. We love one another, and so we have a common goal and a common thing we're trying to achieve together. So that's the red dot, and we bring it to life. We put a little dot on our hands before every practice, every game, to remind us that, hey, we're a team. And we put it in a pressure point between your pointer finger and your thumb.
With a pen?
And with a pen, yeah.
Every day?
Every practice, every game.
There's a lot of red ink on your hand.
It's just a little dot. I mean, literally, I don't know if I have a pen here, but I don't have a red pen. I was looking at my pen case, but it goes, if you're looking on screen, it goes right here. See? It's not even red anymore, right? So it does wash off. Little dot. And it's a pressure point. And what we do is if you're, again, looking on screen, I'm pushing between my thumb and my finger. And if we make or when we make a mistake in the game, including me, it's next play. Just say next play. Push that, and it relieves a little bit of stress. And next play. I can't tell you how many times my players have said it to me. Like either when I've made a mistake, I told them to do the wrong thing in the game situation, and they literally just say next play, or they see me getting a little hot, right? Happens once in a while, and they'll say, "Coach, next play." I'm like, "Okay, you're right, next play." All right.
I'm still stuck on putting red ink on my hand every day at practice.
You're doing 7 days a week, right? You're a high school coach, so you think about youth coach. It's 2 days a week plus a game.
I love that.
And then let's take it a step further. So I just believe your culture it's not just a bunch of words. These are kids, right? And it has to be reinforced. I believe you got to come up with something that brings it to life outside of just these words you speak. That's why we do the red dot. And then at the end of every practice and every game, I always ask, who wants to give out the red dot sticker? Who wants to start it? So one person starts it. I want to give, the red dot sticker to X. And they say a few words about this person that are related to the red dot culture. So, oh my gosh, Annika really, I didn't understand a drill. She really helped me through understanding what was going on. Therefore, I'm going to give her the red dot.
I love
So
that.
Annika gets a red dot, and then Annika is the one that gives out the next one. So we're always giving, right? We're sharing our love with one another and appreciation for what the team does. It's crazy that when you create that over and over and over again, they get used to it. They can recite it, but they also know when something's missing. If I forget to do it, which I rarely don't, but when I do, they'll say, "Coach, oh, we've got the red dot today." They'll literally stop practice and go grab the marker and bring everybody together.
I love that. I love that. Let's give a big shout out to our sponsor again, Game Changer. Give the URL again, Coach.
Yeah, go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Check out Game Changer. I think you'll love that as a tool. It's something I use with all of my youth teams to record games, track stats. I know parents tune in when they can't be there to watch their child play. Again, gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
It is so you kind of set the core values for year after year after year with the red dots, kind of.
The core values are kind of the same from year to year. The red is always the same. The dot is always the same words, but the description within each of those may change a little bit, like drive open together. Like, what is together? If I may emphasize a certain point about, well, what does it mean to be together? What does it really mean to be open, right? And then the drive, right? What does it mean to bring energy and effort to practice? So the definitions may tweak
there's
a
tweaking.
little bit.
There's some tweaking.
There's some tweaking depending on what the team needs for that. But
that makes sense.
But it just unifies the teams. It unifies the teams across other teams. So my third grade team is the same, my eighth grade team. So everybody can walk in and know what our whole program stands for, right? So that helps. And then they can hold each other accountable to those standards. And that's what's really important, to create your own. And to have that, those unifying principles to make your life a lot easier as a coach. And it's worth taking the time in the preseason to really define that.
It is important to do that. All right, give a summary for the people, Coach.
Well, I think this will help. Go to coachingyouthhoops.com/season-checklist. So season-checklist, coachingyouthhoops.com/season-checklist. We break this all down. There's a bunch of questions you can ask yourself about that will guide you, along with everything else that will guide. There's like 180 things to help you plan your season.
I know it's a lot.
It's a lot, but we break. You can, of course, skip sections. It is not important to you, or you already have figured out, but it will guide you through an entire season of basketball to preseason all the way through to postseason planning. Check it out, coachingyouthhoops.com /season-checklist for more information. We'll put that in the show notes as well.
All right. I think that will be great. All right. Until next week, Coach.
Till next week.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.